Before we get into the video, if you're looking for top quality sample packs, preset packs and templates for your music production, they're entirely royalty free. You can use them in your own productions and learn from them. If you're interested, check out the link in the description and enjoy the video. What's good people? It's Lewis of bbrights and I am back for a brand new video. It's been a while, but I'm back with part 4 of our WW from start to finish track. In this episode we're going to be finishing and finalizing the drop. So we're going to be getting this completed, and in part 5 we'll be moving on to the break. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this and finalize the drop. So let's go, enjoy. So to start with, we're going to be working on this drop fill here, getting it sounding good. Then we're going to move on to some effects, and then finally we're just going to do some overall polishing and just finalize it and make it sound the best as it could possibly be. Bear in mind, this won't be the final product. It's subject to change once the track is done, but it's always good to make it as best sound as it can be so we can move on. So yeah, at the moment we just have this chord fill and this simple snare fill here. And what I was thinking is on this Nexus lead, we can do like some sort of extra notes. Like that, and also we're going to add a bunch of reverb in this as well. Add Valhalla into this one. Turn the low cut up, the decay to about 1.5 seconds, and the mixer about 30 to 25%. Let's mute these like this, so we can just play this. So it actually contrasts really nice together. If we add an S1 stereo imager on this one, just to make it a little wider. And we also want to add some sort of extra drum fill to cover this part here. I'm not sure what it's going to be. You can just look through some samples here. Pretty sure the Revealed had some good ones. This is where we got this one from. Or we could use the beginning of this bit. Let's see what it sounds like. That works, just for now. Like I said, it's subject to change, so it's on the final result. We could add this zip snare as well. Yeah, so let's all see what we've got. What we're going to do is make a unique of this one, just turn it down a little bit, because I want the main forefront to be these chords here. Another thing I want to add is another layer of chords, but instead of doing these choppy, rhythmic type of chords here, we wanted just some sustained ones. So what I'm going to use there is from Silent for one. This one here, Saber's chords, these one here, perfect. Turn the reverb and delay off, we don't need them. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going to copy and paste these chords, but we're going to make them sustained. Yeah, so now that sounds like this. And we're going to make this on its own pattern because we're going to filter this in. We're going to call this chord fill 3. We're going to use the same reverb. EQ, take some of this low end out. We're going to take some of these high end out. And like I said, we're going to filter these in, so we're going to add a Fab Filter Simplon. Solo this. Turn it down. Perfect. What I was thinking as well is just chopping this bit here and then doing this. See what it sounds like. just so it just hits different. So there's nothing on the 1 and then it comes back in. I think for now we'll just leave it here and move on to the effects, because this is what fills up the drop. Something everyone should know is that crowd noises fills up the drop massively. So what I'm going to use here is the Kevu one and the Cell Recordings. I believe it's in this one here. Yep. So crowds, you can also use a Cashmere one, I think it's in volume 2. But crowds are a very, very good way to fill up your drop. So you'll do this here, chop it off, and you'll turn up the out knob so it fades out a bit. So then when it comes back in again on the second 8 bars, it's full volume again. Makes it sound more big, more fat and huge again. WW and all that use a lot of crowds. It's like sort of like a psychological thing, but you can't really hear a crowd, but it makes it sound big. So that's what we use there. We're going to be very loud, so we turn it down. And of course we add some sidechain. I'm going to quickly create a group here, so we don't have to keep using sidechain over and over. For this effects group, we can link this to that. So we can just put one sidechain on this, so we don't have to use 14 different sidechains for the effects. It's very like heavy in this region here, the 700 to 800 hertz. So we're just going to dip that a little bit. And we're going to add a S1 shuffler. Mentioned it in a previous tutorial, this shuffle button is very good because it makes it phase from left to right a little bit. And then obviously we want some downlifters and stuff like that. We can also get these from the Kevu ones. These are their free sample packs. They give out every now and then. I'm not sure if they're available to download anymore, but we'll see what they have. Perfect. That's a very hissy one, so that's going to be quite quiet in the mix. Use a crash as well, why not? Mute these two. Get this effect in. Again, we're going to just link this to the group for the sidechain. Make sure you turn it down because it'll be very loud. Same as the crash. I think with a crash we'll turn the out knob up so we can cut this so it'll hit every 4 bars rather than every 8 bars. What we're going to do is mute the drop leads for a moment just so we can get the volumes right with these effects. What I was thinking of doing is adding another like short tom, just so we can do that some more groovy stuff, because the snare is very solid and it sounds nice. But if we add another like some sort of tom or perk or percussion, just to add some sort of different rhythm, some more rolls, just to give it a bit more bouncy vibe, could sound good. So maybe we could use the one in the Cashmere Volume 3 VIP rhyming hardware. We could use one of these ones here. The Dutch snare could work. Very, very short, so we're going to need some room reverb or some sort of drum reverb to maybe loud, so let's turn that down. Use that drop lead. Like I said, this is very known to do this here. It's like a tom roll. You just do that like that. Add that in and then do that. Very popular in EDM songs nowadays. That just adds reinforce the rhythm, make it groovy. We'll get rid of this one here. Perfect, and now let's try and blend this one with the snare, see what that sounds like. Make it a little wider. Another thing you can do to the end of the drop, as obviously there's no kick here, so what you do is you cut out these two effects here, and then you add the crowd again, because then it will impact it again, because then it will keep the energy towards the end of the drop. It will transition well into the break. Just like this now. And obviously we'll add some sort of impacts and sweeps to help with transition again, like before. But that is the main core of it. Still want to work on this bit a bit more. What I was thinking of adding, and see, it would be funny, but see if it would work, is the Dominator. If no one's familiar with what the Dominator is, it's a sound from Silent that was used in Armin van Buuren's song Dominator, and WW used it in their song Rave After Rave. So we could try do that. And I was also thinking of adding some sort of glitch fill from Kashmir. Just adding this chord fill here. I forgot. I meant to split the pattern. Let's call this glitch, chord fill 2. Yeah, we're going to try and add the Dominator here. So let's make another pattern and call it Dominator. Maurice West uses it quite a bit as well. I'm going to bring this down one more. So we can add a glitch fill. Let's go through Kashmir, see what he's got. Volume 3, effects, glitches. That could work. So yeah, now let's add the Dominator. Like I said, it's from Silent. I believe it's in the second factory bank. Yeah, it is there. So this is the Dominator. Now I've played it, you might know it. Been using quite a few songs. I've mentioned it before that even if we're working in G, even if I play G, it's not actually in the key of G, so we have to play another key to get it in the key of G. It's quite confusing. Let's call that Dominator again. Let's get G tune up. So we have to play F to get to G. Like I said, it's very confusing. Very, very confusing. But yeah, now we know that, we can go ahead. We're not going to do it for this part here, because that's where the snare goes. And we don't want it too loud, because we want it to be under the chord fill, not above or on alongside the chord fill. Because again, that's the main forefront of the fill. On the high end, not too much. There we go. Let's slowly add each individual element in. Seems good enough. Let's add it on and let's see what it sounds like with the transition. So it's sounding good. To end the video, I'm just going to work on the effects a bit more, add some sweeps and some impacts to help with the transition, like I keep mentioning. So that'll be the final part. Like I said, this isn't the final drop, so don't be misdirected that this is the final result. It's not going to be. This is just getting it good enough so we can move on and start working on and progressing the track. So got some more effects, add some sweeps. For sweeps, I really like the Revealed Recordings ones. They have some very nice sweeps, just simple to the point, and they sound really nice. So copy and paste that there and there. Let's add a an impact as well. Let's go to Kashmir. Number 5 always seems to do good. I think what we'll do is we need to add like a nice reverb tail, because as you can see it's quite dead after the fill. There's not much reverb after that. We need a nice reverb tail that lasts 2 to 3 bars, because then again, yeah, it will help with the transitions. Very important with tracks. You don't want it to sound like off or not like one full track. If it sounds like one track, transitions need to be on point, which is why songs like Sabres and songs and Jackson Vega songs sound very good for festivals, because their transitions between build-ups and breaks are very, very nice. So keep that in mind. I think for now it is good enough to move on to the break. I'm happy enough to move on. Usually I'll spend a lot more, but again, I don't want to make this tutorial too long with 35 different parts. So for now, I think we'll leave it where it is. So in part 5, we can move on to the break, make a break melody, start constructing that with super saws, and then work on the build up. And then we'll come back to this drop for the second drop, so then we can work on it a bit more, maybe add some extra sounds, and see if we can go from there. So this is the final result so far. I'll give it a solid 75, maybe 80% done. Still needs that extra bit of work, but this is what I have so far. So let's see what I got. Here we go. Yeah, so that is what I've got. Like I said, but we're probably going to make a bounce of these drop synths again, but with just a one shot of this synth shot here. Just a G with a bunch of reverb on it, and then we can make a reverb tail, make a pan in automation clip, make it pan from left to right really fast. That effect that Maurice West does quite a bit. Just to help with transition, and then we can move on to the break. So that is the drop so far. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. I've got a new video coming Saturday. We'll probably make it a part 5 of this W&W from start to finish. If not, it'll probably be some sort of tutorial to improve workflow and improve your production output on FL Studio. Something along those lines. But yeah, new video coming Saturday. Hope you're all doing good. Stay safe, produce music, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.